Houses decorated with festive lights, well, a whole lot safer, it seems, because too often they lead to the unwanted flashing lights and sirens of fire engines in suburban streets after starting blazes that can consume a home in minutes. David Richardson reports on how to get into the Christmas spirit without putting your family at risk.
It took just 10 seconds.
It's a problem that can prove deadly. People don't bother checking the leads, they don't bother checking the plugs of their lights.
From a Christmas decoration at the heart of a family home to total devastation.
It's a tradition in Denmark to have the candles on the tree Christmas Eve.
It's a tradition that saw the Neves family's Currans Hill home go up in smoke last Christmas.
Your life and your kids' life flashes before you. Nothing else matters anymore, really. It's all just materialistic and it's all just stuff.
House fires increased by up to 15% thanks to faulty Christmas lights and candles placed near Christmas trees.
The home's lit up like a Las Vegas casino. It's definitely a high-risk time at Christmas.
Fire brigades worldwide proved the dangers of faulty Christmas lights and the risk of house fires time and time again.
Carbon monoxide, which is the main gas that comes out of fire, is a silent killer. You can't smell it. And you can't hear it if you're asleep.
A lot of people drag their Christmas decorations out once every 12 months. They don't bother checking them, they just plug them in and think it's safe to go.
But they're not. Every year, 12,500 people are treated for injuries such as falls, cuts and electrical shocks related to holiday lights, electrical decorations and Christmas trees.
15% of people say that they go out and leave their lights on, or they go to bed and they leave their lights on. All it takes is one little problem, one little spark, and it's all over.
Ruben Atchison from Amy says the hidden fire hazards in Australian households are increased dramatically every year at Christmas time. Is it the lights themselves or the transformers?
It's a combination of people plugging too many lights into one socket or piggybacking adapters or not checking that the plugs and the leads are still safe.
Last December and January we had 673 house fires. 21 of them were caused by electrical faults and 85 people were injured during that period.
Chief Superintendent Rob McNeil warned us today just how easily and quickly your decorations can turn on you. So these are the kind of things that have been responsible for those 700 fires last year?
That's correct.
They just burns like that.
That's an overloaded power board, and when it's put near a fuel source, you've got a house fire.
And by the height of the tree, that's straight into the ceiling, and it's away.
And spreads the heat across the room. The room's on fire, and if you don't have a working smoke alarm, you're in trouble.
If you look at Christmas decorations, you've got here a Santa light. Looks harmless enough, but it's unapproved. It's not approved for use in Australia. One giveaway is that it's got a non-Australian pin. If you see that, you should know immediately that you're dealing with an article that's not made or approved for Australia.
New South Wales Fair Trading is constantly checking shops across the state for dodgy and unsafe electrical products. During the year, they inspected nearly 30,000 electrical items in more than 750 shops. About 3% of the articles didn't meet standard. Assistant Commissioner John Tansey.
I'm sure many people would have power boards at home for extending the number of items they can plug into a single outlet. This one speaks for itself. You know, it may look like a standard reasonable power board. It's not Australian approved. Okay, when the consumer used this one, it lit up. Now, no one was hurt in this particular instance, but I think the evidence speaks for itself. It could have gotten very nasty.
To keep safe and avoid holiday fires, experts recommend never overloading electrical outlets, inspect decorations for loose wires, buy lights and cords from trusted retailers, and always unplug the decorations before leaving home or going to bed. So people should be careful.
They should absolutely be careful when they're plugging things in, when they're firing up the candles. Make sure that this Christmas the only thing you burn is the sausages on the barbie.
And the most recent stats show 1 in 10 Australian homes with smoke alarms installed haven't had them tested for more than a year. Fire services around the country say now is the perfect time to check that they're working. We'll be right back.